one and all, and everything in between, to another exciting, awesome, back to normal Sunday Lost Ones. We're gonna get right into it. Last session, not an actual whole bunch actually happened. You guys continued to familiarize yourself with weapons and other preparatory gear in in preparation for your guys' incursion into the wilds to assist the people home in investigating where the missing people are gone, what is up with the greenskins, because you guys are pretty sure that there's some connection between them and the missing people. Because let's be honest, who the fuck else is going to be doing it? And just dealing with all that. Scales was dealing with a little bit more of identity issues of acceptance, placement, responsibility, and all that jazz. And I mean, that was pretty much about it. Hmm.
Stone has a huge phobia of spiders.
Yeah.
Yes.
Castro is a heavy
Castro got punched in
smoker.
the face.
Yeah.
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 Pulling up the list.
Yep.
Basically, as you guys are progressing, as time goes on, you guys are, more itches of the back of your brain are starting to appear of traits that maybe from past life, memories, something, but um, each of you guys discovered something about yourselves, minus Auntie, which we'll get to. Yeah, that was pretty much about it. But you guys continued training, and basically one morning, you guys woke up, and Bill had suggested that you guys take a little bit of a break to go to the beach, have a beach day. And I believe Auntie wanted to see if Frankie could go. So you guys drove over, got Frank, and you guys started the drive to the beach.
Yeah, I think that's where we left off. Yeah.
First thing you guys notice, you're not going towards Bill's place.
Where we going, Bill?
Oh, the beach. We're going up to the one up north. It's a little bit closer.
Oh, okay, cool.
Would anyone like to do anything? You guys are sitting in the truck. You guys got a few balls in the back. Frankie is sitting there. She still has like her overalls on and kind of like simplistic stuff. She does have a bag with her.
She has her water overalls for the beach purpose.
No. It just look like her normal stuff, but she does have a bag. Kind of like basically the equivalent of like a gym bag. Kind of looks like.
By the way, Bill, I noticed some balls in the back. What kind of games can we play with those?
I mean, any game with a ball, I guess.
Yeah, I know. I just asked because, I'm not sure if there's some new games that you guys came up with since our quote unquote time.
I mean, that'd be really hard to say. We have a lot of games.
Like, out of curiosity, Damon,
See,
what did the balls look like?
various types. There's some larger ones that are obviously like made out of this plastic material you guys keep hearing about. That there's a few that are just really big, like really
Like,
big.
Can you describe color wise?
Huh?
Can you describe like color wise?
Basically, there's one that's like a green, white, like just a stripe of green, stripe of white, stripe of like orange, stripe of yellow, stripe of blue. It's a beach ball. And there's a few other ones. One is just kind of brown, and the other one is black. And there's a few other balls. They're just he has like a bag full of like balls ranging from like a couple inches across all the way up to like maybe a half a foot, and then he has a couple really bigger balls.
Yeah.
Speaking of games, do you guys still play Punt the Gnome?
Fun to what now?
Punt the Gnome. It's when Oh, right. I guess gnomes difference. We used to have these little folks at schoolyards back in our day, and we would punt the gnome, and whoever caught them ran to the other side of the field.
It'll just like leans his head over the shoulder to like look back in the bed of the truck where you're sitting, and he just gives you a look. and just faces forward and continues to run.
I guess games changed after a couple, however many years.
That's why I asked.
Scales are gonna draw like two snakes and basically the equivalent of two snakes playing volleyball, but little doodles in a book in regards to that.
Okay, give me dexterity.
Yeah.
It's simple, Kestrel. We can catch the ball. We could throw the ball at people. Use your imagination.
Try to make two snakes playing with a ball. It ends up looking like a double-headed dick with one ball.
I scribble it out.
No, yeah, I mean it looks great to you. You totally see snakes.
Okay,
Playing volleyball. Yeah.
I draw little
But anyone
scales on it
else
then.
who looks at it, looks over and those are some really weird-looking penises.
Where am I saying? Is scales in the back so I could just
I'm
go over?
assuming.
I'm assuming next to the kid. No,
I'm-
in the back.
I'm assuming, Auntie, you're probably close to Frankie, so I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
Probably because like I imagine Kestrel's like passenger side.
Yeah.
So I imagine probably Stone's probably the only one who could see it.
Stone and the kid probably.
Yeah.
And he's looking over the edge, just watching the scenery go by.
And someone just happily kick your feet.
Is there 3 kids in the back? Yeah.
I mean, kids always right at the back.
Yeah.
I mean, Frankie and Auntie is also there.
I mean, I guess we could kick the ball back and forth, but it's not as fun if it doesn't scream.
What about like wrestling in the water? Have you guys done that before?
I mean, yeah, there's plenty of stuff that we can play out there.
Awesome.
I remember back in the old days, we had chimera fights where one person sat on each other's shoulders and then you try to knock each other over.
I know that game. I didn't know it was called Chimera Fight, so I thought it was just cockfighting.
Why would you call it cockfighting? That would hurt.
I was
Well,
gonna
why would you call it Chimera Fighting?
Because it's two people acting as one.
say, what like games would I remember? I mean, if you're going with the typical Uranti stuff, I imagine it's chase the kid and then eat him, but I don't know if I would remember that.
I mean, why would you want to eat the kid?
I wasn't happy in there. Was
Okay,
we?
sorry.
Are you trying to remember?
Yeah.
Give me an intelligence check.
Yeah.
You know how human kids play doctor and stuff? I imagine Yanti playing sacrifice.
Yeah.
You remember this one game? It was called Saka. Saka. And what you do is, you don't remember all the rules. You just remember, people running around kicking a severed head through a little hole.
I just kind of look up, I think about this, and then I look around to everyone else and just get back to drawing and just nonchalantly, not tell them.
It's a ratio different from kid to gnome.
Auntie Stone, it looks like Scales goes to say something and then immediately decides better of it.
Having trouble remembering any games.
I don't remember any good games.
Give me a bluff check.
It was a brilliant game. I'm guessing that's charisma, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
What a poor soul. She doesn't remember any games.
It's a miserable childhood.
And to be fair,
Maybe
we've
we
been
could-
in a glass tube for I don't know how long.
True.
Kid speaks up, and I think I was born in one.
Game being fair, kid, we might have all been born in one as far as we know.
Then how do you remember the games?
I mean, I don't know. Like, freaking. I don't know science, okay? Guess what it says.
I assume they can be planted memories. There used to be all kinds of magic that affected the mind, so
Nope.
there.
Too high of magic for you, man. Sorry.
Yeah, fair enough.
Knowledge.
Maybe
Like
we could kick the ball and then scream while we kick the ball.
Yeah, but I don't want to hurt my throat, though.
You know. It's like flick of the hand. Like, no.
Does anyone have any clean water?
Yeah, if you check that box next to you, there should be some bottled water.
I won't do it now, I just forgot to redress my arm.
Actually, I had a character you dressed your arm before we
You did.
left.
Did I?
Yeah. that
Yeah.
was like
Oh, I don't
one
think
of
I
the-
remember
yeah.
saying it. I thought I only did it
When
one
you
time.
woke up- When you woke up, that was when you redressed it.
Yeah. Plus, there was the whole thing with the kid. That's when it happened.
I thought that was the first time. Or the second time.
Which I believe should have been this morning.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind then. Scratched her.
Silly, you did remember to dress your arm. See? That's new dressing.
Yeah.
I still don't think I should go in the, salty water though.
Probably not. No, that's I think the guy said to keep your bandages dry.
You just splash your feet.
Dude, was a snake playing in water.
Okay, so you guys drive for it's about 30-40 minutes. This isn't really a straight shot. There's a lot of curves in this road to like move around topography, wooded areas and stuff like that. But after about 30-ish, 40-ish minutes, you guys do see this part of the road kind of runs parallel to kind of like the cliff edge. It's about a 30-40 drop, but below that you guys do see sandy beach and the water's in front of you. He basically continues down, the road kind of drops down, there's like this one part where it kind of drives down the side, and he kind of pulls up to maybe 20 or 30 feet into the sand and stops the vehicle.
Yay, we're here.
Yep, who wants to help me set up the tent?
I can help with that.
Okay. Bill gets out. You guys set up like a tent. It's basically just a pavilion tent kind of set up, just so you guys have some shade. And you guys get all the balls, the boxes, and stuff out, and the beach is there.
Out of curiosity, what type of beach is it? Like pure sandy beach, a bit of sand and rock, or pure rock beach?
Where you guys are at, there's kind of like maybe a few hundred feet to your left and right. It's all sand, but you do see in the distance, like way down on both sides, there is a little bit of rockiness.
Out of curiosity, what's the weather like?
Slight breeze, scattered clouds, but mostly sunny.
Alright, so pretty much clear weather then.
Yeah, it's enough to where, like, you got that breeze coming in to where you're not going to be too hot, but, like, it's sunny enough that you might get a little tan.
Gotcha, yeah.
Frankie goes and grabs her bag, and she's like, okay, I'll change, I'll be back. And you guys see her walk down towards the edge of the beach, where you guys do see these kind of ramshackle little, like, wooden hut things.
Got like a bathroom over there, Bill?
Oh, well, the bathroom's kind of, I mean, if you guys gotta use the bathroom, it's, over there, and he points up towards the cliff.
Ah,
In, like,
okay.
the wooded area. He's like, if you guys need toilet paper or anything, I got some in the truck.
Okay, I was asking mainly what those wooden things are.
Oh, well, those are for, like, changing and stuff.
Ah, okay, I got you. Wasn't sure if it was some outhouse or something like that.
I mean, it's better to ask because you don't want to go in assuming.
Exactly.
Yeah, please don't shit in our changing rooms.
Hence why I asked.
Okay.
Alright, well, let's get playing. What do you guys want to do first?
I am going to just relax for a while. And you just see Auntie already getting cozy under the tent, just relaxing by the sea breeze.
Yeah, he did. He did bring plenty of towels, and there is a like. It's not a sheet per se. It's just a very large bit of like kind of thin cloth, that he laid underneath the canopy. So, laying down there, you guys ain't gotta worry about that. Any sand or anything. You know, it's dry. Gets everywhere.
Of
Anyways,
course.
and after a few, Frankie comes out, bearing a very thin bikini in the most egregious sun hat you've ever seen. Like,
Mhm.
maybe like 3 or 4 feet across.
Amazing.
And just kind of look.
Auntie is looking. If Auntie had sunglasses, it would be the sunglasses down looking.
And if memory serves, you guys have bathing stuff, but you guys are not in it.
No, I was in mine.
Yeah, I thought I was in like my bikini already and stuff.
Wasn't
Yeah,
there
'cause-
wasn't there someone
thought
who
we-
grabbed it? Someone, I thought someone grabbed it. and
I
it's-
think I'm in mine, but I have overalls over it or whatever my thing is.
Yeah, because I could have
Okay.
swore we changed
It
beforehand.
was
Yeah.
literally just the kid then. So the kid goes and changed. Could have sworn it was someone else, but my bad.
Bill, is there like a rock pools around?
Rock what?
Rock pools. You know those small little I suppose for one for word puddles of water in between the rocks. They have like little creatures in them sometimes.
You mean like cove areas?
Rock pools.
I mean,
If you call them cove one for words, then I guess yeah.
well, I mean, probably you're not gonna find too many creatures since the waves hit real hard in here. Anything that you probably would find would be stuck and dead in a matter of a couple days.
Oh. Hmm. They're
And
nice.
if you want to see some animals and stuff, that's usually the south side. Waters are a bit calmer down there.
I will note that for next time.
Stone's already
Oh.
playing in the sand.
Gus was like, I'm going in the water, guys. Come on. He goes into the water.
And Frankie goes, you guys have fun. I'm gonna get to what I needed to do. And she just kind of lays down on a beach towel and just starts sunbathing.
So, with the convenience of where I'm sitting, I'm going to take out my sketchbook and just start sketching Frankie, the sea, the sand, the beach, Frankie, Frank.
Could give me a wisdom check followed by a dex check.
Wisdom.
Ooh, I saw a 20 right there.
Yeah. And followed by Dex, he said?
Yeah. Okay. Amazing art, and you do actually draw other things besides Frankie.
Surprising even me.
Yeah, but every time she flips over, your attention gets brought back and immediately goes back to more Frankie sketches.
As it should.
Okay, so the rest of you guys, what are you guys doing?
Gus was in the water doing laps and that kind of thing.
Okay.
Scales is just like looking at the water, looking at her arm, looking back at everyone else, looking at the water, looking at her arm, looking back at everyone else, and just standing there, waiting.
The kid is not actually in the water. He is actually messing with sand. He's building stuff in the sand.
Stone was messing with sand.
Okay, Scales is just looking between all of them and just standing.
Yeah, Bill is lighting one of his rolled thingies, and he's just smoking and sitting underneath the canopy, just kind of relaxing.
I'm sure I might ask him to pass every now and then between sketching.
Okay.
I like how everyone's just relaxing, some people playing, and Scales is just standing there like, What do I do?
Oddly, this is completely accurate to how it goes when I go to the beach.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so you guys all see Scales just standing there, looking at all of you guys.
After a couple of minutes, go, "You're doing great, sweetie."
Scales, why don't you sit down and relax? As he's doing another lap.
Scales, can you help me with this?
What do you need help
Eh?
with?
I'm trying to make this arch for the front of the castle.
Oh, sure. I'll try. And I'll try and make it large. I'll get like some. If there's any water nearby, I'll use the water to like solidify to help make the archy bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead, just because I'm lazy. Go ahead and give me an intelligence followed by a dex check.
Yeah.
Okay. After like a good hour or so, you guys have a pretty mighty castle. You guys even like make a little moat and stuff. You guys failed to make a drawbridge because sand, but looks pretty goddamn good.
Out of curiosity, is there like seashells in it, like every now and then?
On this side of the ocean, no.
Okay.
Kestrel, give me an athletics check.
Shall do. Strength?
Yes, because that just reminded me you're gonna be doing laps. This water is a little bit harder to maintain in.
Gotcha. Nat 20.
Kestrel, I mean, there's not much you know about yourself, but god damn it if you are not a natural in the water.
You see Kestrel does like a dolphin jump.
Give me
It's
another strength check.
Okay. See how
Natural
Once
one.
is when-
No, 19.
Okay.
Ah,
He doesn't do like a full dolphin because he's not a dolphin, but
Of course not.
he does breach pretty good.
in my artistic rendition.
She draws
we-
a pen.
Yes.
After that stunning performance, Kestrel just go back onto the beach. So I'd rather not tempt fate further.
If Scale saw that, she's drawing Kestrel as a dolphin.
Like
Stone,
a rocky
what
dolphin. Stone was playing with the sand, but she was noticing those two were building a sandcastle, so she's trying to attempt her own sink.
Give me an intelligence followed by a dex. Okay. You attempt it, but god damn it, Stone. You don't know how the fuck they keep making these walls so like thin and like so straight up. Like you just can't do it. And you guys look over. She's not using any water or anything like that. Like she's just trying to like sand. Some of it's not even that moist. So
Is
you
it just a
end up-
hill?
you just kind of end up with like a hill that kind of looks like a weird pyramid, like an Aztec pyramid, but not even that angular. Actually, no. With that dex check, it is pretty angular, but you got no.
Sand mountain instead.
I feel like you're the type of kid who got all his like sand in a sandcastle bucket, tipped it upside down, and was shocked that he didn't get a sandcastle, just a sand pile.
Yes, that's kind of what
Mhm.
what Stone is doing.
Yeah.
Like you'll go to attempt to put up a wall, and it just immediately just goes, like just falls.
I can do this. Just patting it down.
As Kestrel's coming out of the water. Stone, you need some water with that. Otherwise, it's just gonna keep on, breaking.
It's that soul.
Yes, that's it. You need some help?
Mhm.
And why are you standing there? Come help me.
I was asking. And he's gonna help
I
her.
will let you re-roll your intelligence with advantage this time.
Yay.
Ow.
Kestrel, you try. You really do.
Mhm.
You try to get some tips. But you're like, hey, you need some water. She like goes over and gets a bucket and just starts pouring water onto the mound. And you're just like, so now it looks like a giant weird bowl, kind of like. It's just kind of a weird pyramid-looking thing with just a lot of water on top. It looks like a really weird, pathetic volcano.
Go.
You're
I
doing
guess you
great,
made a-
Steve.
I'm just
I
gonna
guess you made
whisper.
a sand volcano, I guess?
Yeah.
He says.
I'm just whispering over to the kids, like, well, I thought they were gonna try and make a castle up, but I think we've won.
I think we did too.
High five.
It's okay, Kestrel. Volcanoes destroy
Yeah.
castles.
Stone, you got out stoned.
Stoned.
I mean, talking about stones, I think Auntie and the other guy are right now.
Bill.
outstoning Stone, but Bill are outstoning Stone.
Oh, he's currently napping.
Yeah, fair.
He's too stoned.
Yeah.
We're just enjoying a day off. You guys always see Bill doing something, so him not doing anything is a little weird, to be honest.
Well, after attempting to help Stone make a castle, Castle's gonna lie down and just kind of sunbathe for a bit.
Okay, give me a constitution check.
Sure.
Guess I'm rolling to see how fair-skinned you all are.
Yeah. I have a
there we go.
natural 1 on that.
7.
Okay. We'll keep note of that.
You're a tomato.
Not yet, he just started.
Yeah.
So, Kestrel, you begin sunbathing. Are you gonna do it next to Frankie?
Sure, why not?
Okay. So, Auntie, you now have someone else to sketch if you would like as well.
I'll add it into the sketching.
Some reason Frankie's details are so much more.
Yeah.
Like a little stick figure Kestrel.
Yeah.
I was just
Really
messing
draw.
up.
So, did you guys want to play Chimera Cock?
Yeah, I'm down with that. And Castle says as he's like waving his hand from the back.
I just look as I was about to interrupt the kid, recorrecting his word, and I was like, let it slide. I think I'll sit out of this one, kid, and I'll just hold on my dodgy arm.
Well, you just gotta make sure that you don't touch the water and win.
Well, kid, like, because if she loses, and she probably will, I don't want
What do you mean I probably will? I could
Yeah,
beat your
well,
ass down.
mean?
Challenge.
Oh snap! As she's heading to her badly made volcano.
So, who are we gonna go against?
Stone, you want to join?
Sure.
Okay, I need to know who the base is gonna be for both of these teams.
Stone, do you mind if I get on top of you? Yes, I phrased it that way on purpose.
Depends how deep the water is.
Just changing while Auntie's
Chaos,
drawing.
are you going to be the base, or are you gonna go on top?
I'm trying to think the moral question is it one to sit on a 6-year-old?
I mean, you do know that he can carry your weight.
Yeah, that
Yeah, it's also short though.
he is also a
Yeah,
6.
so
I think the key point here, guys, is that he is a 6-year-old.
He's also a strong, dense 6-year-old.
He is a pretty
To be
awesome
fair,
6-year-old.
he does look 8.
He's like,
he's very mature for his age.
looks good. It's
I mean,
like,
he's really not. He just looks it.
I mean,
I mean, it's your call scale, so.
I don't know. Kid,
Sandy.
you're like super strong and or not, and I've got a lame arm. Do you mind if I sit on top of you?
Sure, I can do that.
If you need me to get off, then just like tap my leg.
Okay. So
Okay.
you guys go out, wade in the water. Both
Yep.
Stone and the kid are struggling because there's a certain ratio of how deep you need to be in the water.
Yeah,
for, especially with the waves and stuff like that. Yeah, Stone and the kid are like barely above the water.
I knew it.
So every time like a wave crashes in, like the kid and Stone just kind of disappear, and it just looks like Scales and Kestrel are just kind of sitting there. So, Bill is going to officiate this because you know you guys need it officiated.
I thought he was asleep.
He woke up after this because you know
He had to be awake.
messed this up basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, like okay, gotta see if the idiots are gonna hurt themselves.
The alarm went off.
Yeah.
So I need either a single strength roll. Actually, no. Sorry, I misread that. Okay, so the base is I need a strength check.
That's you.
I know,
And that's you, Stone.
which is just gonna be a straight strength. Okay. Now I need a strength check from the fighters.
Strength, you
Okay.
say?
Yes.
Yeah. Makes sense. I have one arm.
Yeah, I did say so, yeah.
Auntie is in the background cheering, "Kick their asses, kids!"
Okay. The kid gets Scales up there, but Scales is not happy. The moment like he goes to pick her up, she starts kind of flailing, and she's like keeping her one arm kind of closed because she's worried about it getting wet. So that just kind of throws off the balance because she only has like one arm to stabilize, which
Mhm.
is causing the kid to not really be able to hold her that well. And then Kestrel, you get on top of Stone, you're sturdy. You got a base, it's great. You're like ready, and Scales is like
I
struggling.
got
She's
some.
like ready, and she comes at you with one arm, and you just kind of like push her head, and they both immediately fall. in the water. Like it wasn't even a fight, it wasn't even a struggle. Like you just kind of pushed her face a little bit, and because of your reach and her one arm, it wasn't even a competition.
Question: is my arm like searing
You
in
both
pain right
go-
now?
Not so much.
Okay.
There's a little bit of soreness and a little bit of burn, but you know it's not too horrifically bad.
Okay. I will suck it up.
Warned ya! And he goes to high five Stone.
More.
Stan reaches out from the water.
Kestrel, give me an acrobatics
Shall I do it? Well, where was that?
at Dex.
Okay.
Actually, out of curiosity, can I do something?
Oh!
Okay, I may not need to. Never mind.
I mean, immediately, you're like, yeah, I won. High five, Stone, and she like lets go of her arm or your leg to like try to, you know, like give you the high five, and at the same time, like a wave comes in, and it just Stone Kestrel's above you 1 second, then he's gone. Because he really doesn't
No!
So within seconds, those who are watching from the beach, you see them prepare, start the fight, push. One team immediately goes down, and the other team's like, yeah, and then they get knocked over. So basically, within like a few seconds, both teams are just gone.
Karma! That is why you don't hit ladies. The sea will be angry. Mm.
I mean, I didn't hit you, I pushed you. Whoa.
I mean, that's just a reductive way of looking at it.
I surface.
You wanna go again?
They'd be different teams now. Frankie's, what's it called, Auntie? You want to join?
Sure, if Frankie's in for it.
Frankie looks over her shoulder. She's like, I got like another 20 minutes on this side, and then I gotta do the other side. After that, I can.
Okay. How about we play another game in the meantime?
Ooh, what game?
How about we bring out one of the balls?
Okay. And the kid just runs over towards the balls.
Sca-
Grabs them all, or at least attempts to.
Scales is just shaking her head, trying to forget about the soccer game.
Kid comes back with like all the balls. One of them like drops and starts going towards the water.
Alright, so how about this? You're gonna hit the ball to me, right? I'll hit it back, and we're basically gonna try to keep it. The big, like, kind of airy ball.
Okay. And he drops the rest of the balls to go get the one that started rolling towards the water, which was the beach ball. Grabs it. So just hit it.
hit it up in the air. Try to like hit it towards me, and I'll hit it back. And we just gotta keep it up in the air.
Okay. Who's participating in this one?
Anyone else want to join?
I do.
I think I'll sit out on this one.
Okay, maybe try to dry off that arm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't-
And Scales is
Don't
just
shake
gonna
yourself dry like a dog.
Scales is just gonna like go back to the beach, find like a comfy spot and just like lay in it.
Give me a dex check, Stone. Because your long hair trying to shake like a dog could
Oh,
be-
sorry, that was me. My bad.
Okay, roll d4. And Kestrel's evens or odds? Before she.
Odds.
Okay.
Yay.
Damn it.
Okay. No, just keep it simple. You take 3 damage, Kestrel, as a big, like, just strip of whitish hair comes careening right for your face, smacking you across the nose. It gets in your eye, and, like, the very tip, like, hits your ear and stings. So you got, like, that ringing in your ear. You're fucked.
Oh! Jesus, clutching his nose. Why?
It's not on purpose.
Isn't it? Isn't it?
No.
You look over at the kid who ducked.
Yeah, I'm just drawing her whipping Kestrel.
Imagine you actually use a bullwhip though instead of a hair.
It's her holding her hair like a bullwhip.
Mhm.
I bet.
Every-
Kestrel.
Every
There.
time.
Yeah,
Ow.
there is a line going across his face. And it's
Ooh.
like bluish red.
I mean,
You'll
if you
be okay. You'll be okay.
maybe you should just not stand so close to stone each time. Each and
So-
every time.
Let's start. The kid knocks it up. I need dex check from everyone who's joining.
Okay.
Kestrel,
Yes.
you're at disadvantage.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah. He'd be trying to suck it up while he's playing, but I assume that's not going well. 16.
20. Soft 20.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Okay. Kestrel is the first one to drop it, and he keeps dropping it. Which sucks because you guys are doing really good. Like, you guys will get up to like 20, 30, 40 hits, and then Kestrel, like, will go to reach for it, and it just, whoop. Oh. But
Aww.
you guys play passing the ball around for a while. It's fun.
Stop
Kid
dropping
keeps,
the
like-
ball, Kestrel.
Kid even saves it a couple times when Kestrel drops it. He, like, dives for it and like, ah.
It's hard to play with the whole one hand holding my face.
Fair enough. What's the highest we go to?
$31.
Nice. Good job, guys.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. Kestrel. Kid looks at Kestrel for a minute, like, yeah, we did good.
My record's 31. Remember that. Kestrel. Looks at Kestrel.
Mm,
Just saying. Is I
this is
right?
my idea, he says as he walks away. Like he saunters off and like lays down in the sand. He's gonna sunbathe again.
I imagine you just plopped in the sand and it's just not moving, so you're calling it sunbathing.
Essentially.
Essentially what Nice Girls is doing at the moment. Just rolling side to side.
Are you rolling side to side in the sand?
Yeah.
I'm
She-
surprised-
she needs
I'm
to get
surprised you're
dry.
going under it.
Okay,
I
you
mean,
are
that
now
that might
covered
be a
head
bit.
to toe in sand.
Yeah. At least I am dry.
You're really
mean,
not that dry.
Yeah, you're not.
Now
You're just covered in like.
She
really
believes. She believes she is dry.
Within seconds, your skin and scales starts to itch because you're covered in salt water and sand.
She
I get
is
back
dry.
in the sea.
Sure.
I just- Imagine she just realized it, just walks off the sea without saying anything.
Yeah.
Just like, I'm done.
Okay, so now you're wet again. You're back to square one.
She's given up at this point.
Stone yells, "Try a towel!"
Oh yeah.
As I said earlier, he brought plenty of towels.
That's why she's mentioning it.
She has a wisdom of 9. So
I'm pretty sure this would be intelligence.
Nah. Nah. No.
Remembering information, yes, that's intelligence.
But using it wisely. No. Yeah. But now she'll go into the water to get the sand off, and then she'll grab a towel. And then she'll lay on the towel and then fold on the towel.
You just turn yourself into a snake burrito.
No.
Instead of drying herself off with a towel, she just throws it on the ground and rolls her body around it.
Yeah.
Which is really weird, because you've all seen her dry off with a towel before.
Guess will just mention something, but he's a little miffed, so he's gonna ignore it and continue to sunbathe.
I'm just drawing snake burritos.
Hey kid, you want to kick a ball around?
Sure. Which one?
Oh, that's a good question. Now, which ball looks sturdier?
I mean, there's a few
More
of 'em.
sturdy.
I mean, you want the most sturdy one?
No, not the most sturdy.
Okay.
Just one that's sturdy enough.
Which one has a lot of bounce to it?
I don't know, one of the medium ones, one of the big ones. There's a few that are bouncy.
Yeah, I just feel which balls, like,
You
sturdy.
find an adequate kicking ball.
Sweet. How about this one? She just hold it towards the kid.
You just throw it at the kid.
No, it's like I'm holding out. Like, check it out.
Okay. Yeah, let's go play.
Yeah. And then they go kick a ball.
And wait for Kestrel to get nailed in the face with the ball.
Why?
Kid's like, ooh, soccer's fun.
Girl was just hears that and just be like, don't say nothing.
What could possibly go wrong? Yeah, just start kicking the ball to him.
Okay. You guys do so.
Okay. Okay. Thought there was gonna be some kind of plot, but no plot.
I mean,
It
it's
is
not
pretty
really
simple,
competitive.
yeah.
You guys are just kicking the ball back and forth. If you guys mess up, you just gotta walk over and grab it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it just turns out to be a severed head and is screaming in pain.
No.
He found the gnome.
I'm drawing the scene, but I'm having it as if it is a gnome.
And you guys play kicking the ball for a while, and eventually Bill kind of dusts himself up, goes over to the truck, and pulls out a small little grill and begins what appears to be preparing for lunch.
What you making there, Bill?
Oh, probably some burgers.
Yummy.
Maybe some brats.
Is that like sausage?
Yeah, it's a type of sausage.
Cool.
Hey, Cashel, you want to join us for kicking the ball?
Sure, why not? He gets back up.
Yeah, Casual's been sitting for a little while.
Mhm.
Starting to look a little weird.
Does he look more charcoal than gray?
Well, more like a purple.
Are you okay, Castro?
Yeah, no, I feel fine.
So like she points to the spots that kind of like affected just.
His skin feels really, really hot.
And I guess I'm touching it.
Yeah, you don't seem to notice anything, Kestrel.
Yeah, I mean, okay. You guys don't play?
Ooh,
Yeah.
you're changing colors. I gently poke it.
Yeah, it feels a little warm.
Why are you poking me, son?
Just looks so strange. I just had to poke it.
He pokes Stone.
Okay, you guys both sit there for a few minutes just poking each other.
I just give him the one poke, and like, and then I just give him the ball. Just take the ball.
Okay. What have you guys been doing?
Kicking it.
Trying to make a game out of it.
You're saying kicking the ball was not a game?
It is, yeah, but like it's not like really challenging.
It is, because you don't want to kick it in the ocean.
That's
Or
fair.
let the
Yeah.
ball hit your face.
Do that too.
Yeah. Oh, well, let's try to make a triangle and like kick it between each other.
Okay.
And we do that for a bit.
You guys kick the ball for a good 20 or 30 minutes before Bill's like, okay, lunch is ready if you guys want to grab some.
Yay! And he runs off to go get the food.
Yeah, you guys got.
I'm sure it was kicked in stone. But
Time to consume.
I noticed the food, and I just get distracted by the food, and then the balls.
I am burrito myself and go get some food.
Give me a dash check.
Just imagine you roll and just keep rolling towards the grill.
Yes! Ah,
You're able to unburrito yourself.
yeah. Imagine that when I get more burritos and somehow got another 5 towels on me.
No, that would be a natural one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, natural one. Yeah, I got food.
Okay.
Go eats in the shade.
You guys all enjoy a wonderful lunch prepared by Bill. It's good, straightforward, nothing too crazy.
Roll good, Bill.
Oh, thanks. And he eats and then lays back down.
Compliments to the chef.
Have you had burgers before?
I'm sure you guys have. Or at least seen them.
The way I think about it is when Cleve said he was imagining burgers to eat, the Heroes Rest place, I imagine it was a thing. Alright, so after he eats, Kessel's gonna lie in the shade.
I will say hamburgers is something that you've discovered since waking up.
Gotcha.
And after the meal, Frankie asked someone to assist her with some sunscreen or some sun oil so that she doesn't get too crispy.
Immediately over there.
Okay, give me a You know what? Give me a charisma check, just a straight charisma.
Sure. just the flirtatious and the oblivious.
Okay. You run up and Frankie sees you like, like speed lining. Like you almost drop your, your plate with the rest of your food on it. Like you're just like, meow. And you get up to her and she's like, ooh, that was way too excited. Can someone else give me a hand with it?
Yeah,
Just
I'll
your
help.
face.
I'll help.
And she's just giving you a little bit of a look, Auntie, like I was a little too excitable.
Yeah, I'll help me with me one arm.
Just a face of dejection. Going back to my doodles.
I go over to Auntie and give them a pat.
I just know, as I'm now rubbing it in, it's like, Auntie really admires you, you know.
Oh, I know.
She's just a bit excited.
Yeah, a lot of people think I'm oblivious to a lot of things, but I'm actually smarter than most people think.
Hmm.
Trust. Plus, I've noticed her drawing me like all morning.
Just if I overhear that, just like looking away, just no.
Hmm.
No, what are you talking about?
Nothing, it's all good. Anyway.
Oh, no, I was just saying, character, but just
Yeah.
trying
It's
to
like-
feign ignorance of being drawing her.
Maybe, maybe it's because you're her muse, so to speak.
I mean, yeah,
It-
but
It's like when, when you have your dreams and then you make these like weird inventions and everyone else thinks it's weird, but you think it's awesome and amazing.
So you think she thinks I'm weird?
No, I think that she thinks that you're amazing.
Oh, well, I mean, no offense, but she doesn't really know me. I don't want anyone who just based me off of looks.
Then why not have a chat with her?
I mean, I don't see them having a chat with me.
Well, if you don't have a chat with her and she doesn't have a chat with you, then you'll never know.
Well, then that's what it will be.
Hey, Auntie! Frankie wants you to see, wants to show you the drawings. I just
Feign ignorance,
smile
just like-
and just walk away, letting the chaos happen.
Frankie just lays back down.
The thing is, like, did you actually put the lotion on her, or did you
Oh
not?
yeah, I was doing this while I was talking to her. Yeah.
Kestrel is happily and relaxingly in the shade, so he's just a character.
I just lay in the sand like a normal person. I mean,
Auntie
lay in the
just
sun,
kinda-
yeah.
Auntie is going to try to awkwardly, try to be like, oh, I was dueling everyone, but I did some of you, and trying to, if she's interested in looking, but also try and play it off as cool.
Frankie is currently laying down, just going back to sunbathing.
Yeah, that's cool. That's fine. Just don't my Am's gonna walk off screen.
Stone is now trying to look for shells.
Okay, I'm not even gonna have you roll for it. You don't find any. As I said earlier, this side of the, island, you're not gonna really find a lot of shells and stuff.
How about
But you-
rocks?
If you go out to the far left and right side, you can find some rocks.
Let's go find some nice rocks.
Okay, give me a perception check. Okay, you find a couple of rocks.
Any really smooth ones?
No, most of them are kind of lumpy.
Okay. You just have like a pile of a rock collection. Like a little mountain just right next to the sand volcano.
Okay, you guys see Stone just start piling up rocks next to her sand volcano.
Question, what side of the beach is everyone at the moment?
I'm assuming everyone's still at kind of the central part.
Besides stone, then going to the sides to look for some nice rocks.
I mean, you're back now, so.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Scales is gonna go to the, say, I don't know, left side, like some distance away from the group, and she's just gonna go to like the edge of like, I suppose where the water would start and the beach bit would end, but still able to sit down without, you know, comfortably type thing without being swept away.
Okay.
And she'll just put her hand in and be like, Mrs. Octopus, are you there? I have a question. And just sees, and just waits.
Okay. What is everyone else doing?
As I said, you know, Kestrel's with Bill in the shade.
Okay. You guys do see Scales just wander off.
I think I'm gonna wade into the ocean, but
Okay. You
just
do
get off the float.
You do so.
Stone makes the rocks form like a little circle around the water volcano.
The floating in the water is a little rough because like every few moments the wave will kind of push you towards the sand. So it's like every few you kind of get slowly pushed to the sand. Now, you know, as the wave comes out, like it does pull you a little bit back out, but eventually the water, you know, drops down and you get kind of your butt called into the sand. So you're just slowly being pushed back. You can wade back out, but you know it's just a process that kind of repeats every once in a while.
Yeah, just trying to be as comfy as I can.
Yeah. A few times you have to like pull down your little coverall thingies because you know the water will like push them all up into your thigh.
Yeah, that's fair.
But besides a couple sandy wedges, you're it's pretty comfy.
So a typical day at the beach.
Okay. So the next hour goes by. Scales nothing.
She just like sighs and just starts drawing random shapes in the sand.
Okay.
Nothing in particular.
Okay. You do so.
Yeah?
Are you still doing it like at the water's edge?
Yeah.
Okay. You do a drawing, and then every few seconds, like as you're doodling, water comes in and just erases it.
And she'll
Okay.
just redraw it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yep. We can probably time skip this if you want.
Yeah.
Okay.
If anything, I
so-
feel like Kestrel's probably asleep by now.
Okay, so you guys literally do nothing else at the beach day. Then sun starts to go down, and then eventually, Bill suggests to head back.
Aww.
You see Kestrel's snoring.
If you are out there, Mr. and Mrs. Octopus, I would like to chat us sometime. And she'll just like get up and move.
Okay.
Yeah.
Time to get up, Kestrel.
Time to go?
Yeah.
Okay, he gets up.
Okay. You go to move, and you are covered in sand.
I knew it.
If I wasn't gonna do that to myself, I wanted to do it to someone else. So I'm pretty sure Stone helped with that.
Yeah.
Probably you wouldn't want to because the kid rolled really high for it.
It's I'm like just my head's above, right?
Mostly, but yeah, there's a lot of sand over you.
Damn it.
Mostly around like your legs and feet.
Okay. So I'm not like completely entombed.
Mm-mm.
Okay. He tries to, wiggle out.
Kid's kind of giggling.
Stone is
Mm,
too.
Alright, he gets himself out and starts unpacking stuff. Or packing stuff.
Starts unpacking stuff.
No, we're staying here.
What left do you have to unpack? Kestrel began to take off his shorts.
Put it back on.
Put it back on. Put it back on. Frankie dives to cover the kid's eyes. Yeah, so you guys assist in packing everything back up. Frankie goes and changes out of her stuff and gets back into her coverall uniform. You guys pile back into the truck, and as you guys are getting in, Bill looks at you guys. Oh, that was nice. I know we didn't do much, but it's good to just have a day to just not do much.
Agreed.
Lazy days are the best days.
Yeah, let's just hope when we get back, not everything's on fire.
Oh,
Agreed.
It'll be.
Wait, everything might be on fire?
Nah, just don't listen to Auntie.
Kid looks really confused. He doesn't know whether he's gonna go back to the city on fire or not.
But he's staying. So wouldn't that mean that he would be in the city of fire?
The city ain't gonna be on fire.
Okay.
If it is, then I didn't do
Bill.
it. Yeah, I didn't do it.
I'm sure the city has, plans for like getting rid of fires and stuff.
Looks to Bill.
He's just looking at this whole conversation. He just shakes his head and gets into the truck, starts it up, and starts driving back to home.
Like fighters, but for fires.
He is slowly learning that not every single one of your guys' conversations need an actual response. But another 30-40 minute drive, and you guys see the buildings that dot home, and they are not on fire.
Home sweet home.
See, kid, totally not on fire.
Yeah, I believed you.
She smell and giggle at that.
Kid looks a little tuckered out. While you guys were just kind of lazing around, he was just fucking with shit the entire time, like playing with balls, playing in the sand, playing in the water.
I mean, that's what Stone was doing too.
Stone and him just fell asleep on the way home.
Yeah, you and the kid both are a little tuckered out being in the sun all day, like everything. What I need is a con check from Scales
Mm-hmm.
and Stone.
Okay.
And right about now, Kestrel. Whoo, that
Yeah.
tightness in your shoulders and your face and stuff, of that like tight, kind of crispy skin is starting to roll in a little bit.
Me my roll in.
I mean, have you ever been sunburned?
Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't understand what you meant by roll in at first. Okay.
Yeah, you know, like when you're out in the sun, you can't really tell you're getting sunburned.
Yeah.
Besides, like, oh, I feel warm, and like, then a few hours later, you're like, oh god, everything is so tight. Every time I move, it hurts. Don't touch there. Don't. Yeah, it's not super bad, but yeah, you're gonna be a little tender over the next day or two.
Gotcha.
Same with Stone. She's looking a little purple.
I see you're also purple, Stone.
I'm changing colors too.
I like to think I'm golden. Yes.
It's even worse because she rolls around with her sunglasses, so she has like reverse raccoon eyes.
She's purple everywhere except for her eyes.
Yeah,
That's
basically.
gray.
But Bill pulls up to your guys' house. He says, uh, actually, he stops by Frankie's first. Drops her off, and right before Frankie gets out, she just kind of like waves to everyone, like, "I have fun. See you guys tomorrow."
See ya, Frankie.
See you tomorrow.
Have a good one.
And then she kind of looks over at you, Auntie, and kind of pauses for a moment. And you see the slightest smirk roll across her face and says, "Maybe we can talk tomorrow." And she turns and goes into her warehouse.
Auntie is putting a cigarette in her mouth, trying to hide the blushing.
Okay, I don't know about you guys, but a cigarette really doesn't block blushing too much.
No, but you know how you put like your hand up to light it, to like kind of.
Yeah, but also the light will kind of show your face more.
Yeah.
She didn't think it through.
In fact, it just kind of draws more attention because she's awkwardly lighting her cigarette.
Yeah, I imagine there's a couple flicks like.
But Bill takes you guys over to your place, pulls up in front. I got a lot of stuff to do tomorrow, so I may not see you guys, but I'll definitely hit you guys up as the week progresses. To let
Okay,
guys
so do
know
you-
the situation?
Do you guys just want us, just walk over to Frankie's then?
I mean, it's not too much of a walk down there.
Okay, yeah, no problem. Night, Bill.
Okay, I will see you guys around.
That's
Be fun today.
Kester waves him off as they head inside.
Reaches his hand out of the truck, and as he's driving away, waves you guys off.
Skills is just gonna like grab Stone's arm and just like pull it back a bit. It's like, hey, have you? No, speaking quietly, and waiting for all the others to go. It's like, hey, are you gonna talk to the others about,
Stone nods.
Okay, I'm gonna have a bath. And she just rushes in and goes immediately to the bath.
Okay.
Yeah. Leaving that as a
Still,
massive
one of
hint.
the last person to enter blows by everyone who went in before her, which makes it super obvious.
Yes.
but, yeah. So you guys all go inside. Kid immediately like plops down in front of the TV. He's kind of like leaning against like the arm part of the couch. It looks like if left to his own devices, he'll probably be passed out in a little bit.
Kid, remember to wash up before you go to bed.
I will. Scales beat me to it.
Yeah. Out of curiosity, is there multiple bathrooms in this place? 2?
There are 2 bathrooms, only one washing area.
Okay, gotcha. It's the 1.5 bathrooms kind of deal.
Yeah, kind of.
Gotcha. Okay.
It takes a while for sand to come out of Scales. Scales.
You need to get one of those coarse brushes.
It actually doesn't.
I know, but that's the excuse she's going with.
We don't know that. She knows that.
Damon. You said I had my glasses, but did I ever get my new ones?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, you
You
did.
got the
Yeah.
other ones.
Okay.
People are settling in. We only had lunch so far. We haven't had dinner.
No dinner yet.
All right, I guess I'll see if we can whip up something for everyone.
Okay, what are you trying to make?
What do we have? Because I know we have a lot of sandwich stuff, but do we have anything like preparing kind of food?
Not too much. Because remember, when you guys got food, they weren't sure of who could cook what. So the most preparation stuff you guys have is like breakfast stuff. Like there's a few meats, eggs, like flour and stuff like that. But I mean,
Hey, is everyone okay with sandwiches?
Thumbs up for the couch.
Sounds fine to me.
I'm very
Alright,
kind of sleepy. Yeah, that sounds good.
All right, I guess I'll just make up some quick sandwiches.
Yeah, there's plenty of meat and bread and stuff like that. You can make a whole assortment of sandwiches.
That's so.
Okay. You guys have a platter of sandwiches for dinner.
He's gonna pass one out to everyone. Minus Scales, because she's in the bathroom, of course. He'll keep hers on a plate by the table.
Okay.
Hey guys, well, while we're talking about this, I wanted to talk about Scales.
What about her? Punch.
I think we should probably let up on her a little. We've really been keeping her on a leash a bit lately. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Put a leash on her.
No,
not literally, kid.
leash.
I
I
think-
mean, literal. However that word is.
I'm pretty sure you two are too young for leashes, anyways.
Yeah, but I know what you mean. Like, I kind of feel bad putting her down every time, but we gotta trust in her, and part of trust is you can't really know for sure what someone's gonna do. So, I agree.
I say only step in when she's doing something really stupid, but
What's really stupid?
Trying to 1v1 a Kraken.
yeah, Stone was like putting her finger up, like she was like trying to think of something, but she just like lowered her finger then because she couldn't think of anything. And as soon as Auntie says that, she just looks at Auntie.
I
Oh,
mean,
no,
it
we
came
see it.
up.
We'll know when we see it. But yeah, I agree, Stone. Yeah.
Promise? She pulls
Promise.
out a pinky.
He does the pinky swear.
Just a little bit of a pinky squeeze. Oh no, it doesn't stop at Kestrel. Pulls out for Auntie too. Mm-hmm.
Fine. I promise to try.
There is no try. Do or do not. Like, if he pulls like her pinky back when Auntie says try. Hmm?
Just puts out pinky. Fine.
And because she didn't want the kid left out, she pulled out pinky for him too.
Kid is passed out with a sandwich on his lap. Half or like a quarter of a sandwich on his lap.
Stone smiles and gently pets his head.
Stone, you mind taking the kid to bed? I'll take care of the sandwich.
You don't want to just give him the sandwich?
Well, I mean, like, I'll, put it by his bedtime table or just throw it out.
I got it.
I know when Kestrel said take care of the sandwich, I imagined.
So just ate it.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the very first thing I thought of.
I didn't want to waste a sandwich block.
I was gonna say,
Trying to grab a sandwich?
No, she's not actually eating a sandwich, but
No,
Said
I'm asking, are you trying to grab his sandwich though?
no, just grabbing him.
Okay.
I don't know how long this.
Stone,
So just scoops up the kid with sandwich still in his lap and takes him upstairs.
I don't know how long this conversation's gonna be, but once Skills' bath is done, she's gonna just go to bed.
Okay. It's probably around the same time you see Stone carrying the kid with a sandwich, like a quarter piece of a sandwich just in his hand and in his lap.
all taken care of, and Stone winks at Scales and takes the kid to his room.
Thank you. Goes to her room.
No problem.
You just set the kid in the bed?
Yep.
You set the kid in the bed with the sandwich in his lap.
Do you want ants? This is how we get ants.
Are you just yelling at her or something?
Yes.
She's downstairs. She doesn't know any. Auntie doesn't know shit what's happening.
Fair enough. I'm pretty sure I fell asleep on the couch almost.
Stone's really tempted to eat that sandwich, though.
I mean, it is there.
Yeah, but how would you feel
It's like like opening the corporate fridge and finding out somebody ate your sandwich.
I'd be
So,
more worried that someone let me nap with a sandwich.
It's about as worth as eating someone's bedtime chicken.
You never eat someone else's bedtime chicken. That's just
No.
bad.
I don't know. Moose probably would have eaten someone else's bedtime chicken.
Maybe. Yeah, but Stone leaves.
Okay.
And then Stone will go down and get another sandwich.
So you go downstairs and just do you make a sandwich or do you just grab another sandwich?
I got wait.
There is still
You
scales
make-
of sandwich that I didn't eat.
You go down in the kitchen. There's a sandwich sitting there.
Yeah.
You grab another sandwich or do you make one? Don't listen to anyone else. What do you
So
do?
it's like, wait. There's a sandwich here. Stone hasn't had a sandwich yet. So it's probably Stone scales a sandwich.
Did Scales not have a
Wait.
sandwich?
I did not have
I
a
don't even
sandwich.
think
She had a bath and then went to bed.
Stop trying to tell them the answers. I'm
I thought he's asking a question.
talking to Stone.
Okay, sorry.
Stone.
Stone knows that Scales hasn't had a sandwich, and there's only one sandwich, so she just goes to the fridge and makes a sandwich.
Okay. God, fucking meta pigeons.
No, no.
Let's admit, I thought he was just asking a question around the table.
I guess I was gonna get up. Hey, Stone, do you know if the shower's still occupied?
No. I did see that.
Wait,
Sorry.
what?
Stone says no.
No. No. It sounds like wait. I mean, I saw Scales coming out of the shower. Oh, there.
Okay. I'm gonna take a shower then, he says.
Okay.
You're confused by
Good job,
Stone's
Scales.
answers?
Good job, Scales. Oh, Stone's cap.
I'm not Scales, but okay.
It's taking a lot of concentration for Stone to try to make a sandwich and have a conversation at the same time.
Just smoke
like-
coming out of the ears.
She's like, wait, I fixed my sentence. She got the names wrong. It's like, dang it.
Is she making a real shitty sandwich as well?
Probably not. The focus is probably going mostly towards sandwich.
Alright, well, Kessler goes, shower off or whatever.
Okay. You have one.
Okay. After he showers off, towels off, and he's gonna head to bed.
Okay.
And before he'll go, he's gonna say to everyone, hey, I'm going to bed night.
No. Night. She's talking like she has food in her mouth. Night.
Before I am bed on to take a bath,
Okay.
but then just crash in bed.
Okay.
So you say you have a whole bunch of stuff for sandwiches, but we pretty much like have a lot of meats and stuff like that.
There's also this other brown substance that you've seen a few people make sandwiches with. It's called nut butter.
Sorry, I was just about to say that.
It's kind of a liquidy substance, not super liquidy like water, but more like a super thick molasses that you can just kind of pour in a sandwich. And if no one knows what the fuck I'm talking about, it's called Amish peanut butter.
I actually like that better than regular peanut butter.
It's fucking delectable.
Never had it.
You couldn't.
I've never eaten with Amish, so I wouldn't know.
So it does see that butter. It's like, I'll try that another time. Well,
Just piles all the meat on one sandwich.
yep, the one of everything sandwich.
Puts like a chicken leg on it from like leftovers.
Fried
Bone and all.
chicken, peanut butter, fish.
Pizza, several slices of pizza.
There was like half of a burrito in there. She just kind of shoved it in there.
Mm-hmm.
You basically did the kid, just put a bunch of shit in there and put bread slice on it.
I don't want to waste the burrito.
Waste not, want not.
find a table and enjoy the sandwich.
You do so. Might have some indigestion tomorrow.
I mean, if one thing can be said about our D&D groups, we always use everything to its fullest and recycle.
Oh, what are you doing, Stone?
Stone will. Stone will go to bed.
Man, for a second there, I really thought there was gonna be something insightful or like something. No, just okay. Okay. You go to bed. And with that, as everyone, you know, begins to tuck in for the evening, we're just gonna go ahead and take a break then, because the DM honestly did not think the beach episode was gonna go by that quickly.
Take that long or take that short?
It's the 10-minute break. It's the long break.
All right, long break time. Yay!
We're
All right, I'll be right back.
Man, I had set up for like beach volleyball and all these other possible sports you guys wanted to play.
I
To be
know.
fair, I did kind of do the beach volleyball thing, but it wasn't like net and everything.
No, because I actually had it set up for beach volleyball.
Gotcha.
Like I made a map and everything. But you
Oh, sorry.
no,
I
it's okay.
suggested it.
Well, I was the one who suggested it, actually. I just didn't know if you actually knew what volleyball was.
I mean, yes, we could have figured it out.
Alright, sorry.
It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah.
I'd rather be prepared DM than not have anything.
Gotcha.
As a character, again, I've got one arm. I don't know many games that you can play with one arm.
I was kind of really hoping that Frankie would have done the chimera fighting thing. That would have been fun.
No, it would have been unfair.
I know, but that would have been fun. Alright, I'll be back.
And Auntie learned a valuable lesson today.
Hello.
Hey, yeah.
Hi.
Hi. I realised just now I was drinking a glass of Coke out of a hobgoblin cup. Hobgoblin glass. It's cool.
I don't know what that means.
Hobgoblin is a brand of ale, or real ale, over here. So for those British ale drinkers, they know what I'm all about. If it is, I believe it's ale. Yeah.
Here, I thought you were drinking out of like a goblet that looked like a hobgoblin.
No. Let me see if I can find a Finny.
Oh man.
My stuff's ready. No, I sent you a message over what it looks like. Or the brand and symbol of it.
Oh, so you show him and no one else.
Yeah.
I see how it is.
I was gonna show you as well.
But what about everyone else?
Do you want to write to go on one of his goblin runs?
I mean, does it really take us doing anything for that to happen?
Good point.
Yep.
Fair enough. I've been outvoted here. I have to ask, why has the husband put in general chat what really happens when your waifu comes alive via chat video?
Because how the waifu reacts is almost how I see like Frankie like acting towards Auntie.
Okay.
You
Okay.
just gotta watch the video to understand what I mean.
I just wasn't sure if this was gonna be like a slight against me or not. Okay. That's fair because Miku is cute. No, Hobgoblin's a good ale.
It's just, it's funny because it's like, hey, I like you. Let me just sit here and draw you all day.
I shall be back.
Surprised no one went for the obvious joke. Draw me like one of your French girls.
Sorry, none of you guys have had time to watch the movie Colossus yet.
Nope. By the way, is Moose there?
Bruh.
Anyway.
I returned.
Hey.
I have breakfast muffin. midnight. Meow.
By the way, I can't wait for ants to come to the house. And it's not like regular small-sized ants; it's actually giant-sized ants.
But then we'll get some XP, hopefully.
No, apparently we'll just have to talk to them or something.
No, we'd probably get wiped.
Oh.
You guys are assuming it would be like the ant encounter you guys ran into. Yeah, you guys would be completely destroyed.
Told you.
Kestrel will be completely destroyed as Scales runs away.
You guys gotta remember, the military defense of home is literally those guards, the scouts, and you guys. That's it.
Yep.
There ain't no, squawking box employees to go kill the queen.
Yep.
Yeah, I hear you.
Survivors.
Yeah. As I said, Scales pushes Kestrel forward while she runs to the beach and then stays in the middle of the
He
ocean.
just likes yelling at me.
Also, I bet some people will wake up itchy the next morning.
That is why I took a bath.
That's why I took a shower.
Oh, Sunday. I think I already told you guys, but I won't plan.
Is
Mm,
upcoming Sunday?
Yeah,
Hmm?
March 1st.
Oh,
It's my
okay.
birthday. I mean,
Oh, that's right.
busy.
Oh.
Yeah, I mentioned that like a few times, I think.
yeah, I
Just
did
wanted to
mention
mention
that.
it just in case.
Well, you mentioned your birthday was coming up. I don't think you mentioned the specific date, though.
No,
March 1st, so Sunday.
Fair.
Yeah. I remember you saying you couldn't do it like in a few weeks. I didn't know exact, but I knew it was gonna be a Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be fair, I wasn't laughing at that. I was laughing at something else.
Yeah, because we were talking about if I was missing Poise or not. And I was like, no, I'll be here for Poise. It was just because it would have been a couple after Poise. Is why I started. And yeah, I'm rambling.
Man. Oh, gotta love being a DM. Like, man, I got a plan that's gonna probably last like an hour or two.
I mean, it did last an hour. It's not two.
It didn't.
It kind of did. It kind of did.
No.
If you want to call it early, I'll just go out and smoke for the rest of the night. Oh, I can even catch what was the show we watched?
That's all up to you guys.
Walking Dead. I could catch Walking Dead. Well, I'm just saying if you don't have enough material. If you do, then sure.
Well, it's also just a matter of scheduling with you missing a day.
True. True. Do you want to plan for that day you get missed?
See, that's kind of what I was hoping for. So,
Yeah.
if we can't fill out enough time, then we're gonna have to do an early session, and then it would be ridiculously early.
Yeah. Well, whatever you guys want to do, I go with the flow kind.
I mean, if we have to, we have to.
Sure.
I just don't want them to have to deal with insane important stuff when you're not around to make your own decisions.
This is true. I mean, if it was days of training, I could easily have it be like a go off screen with Frankie to tinker with her. Or, I was just saying there was stuff that could have been
Yeah,
done.
no, we have this session to finish the week that you guys have, and that's it.
Yeah.
So this session is going to be filled with that. That's partially the reason why the beach episode was going to be a thing.
Yeah. Well, I'll let the smarter people make the decision of what to be done.
I mean, sounds like yeah, okay. So, anyone else want to do anything meaningful or anything? That's here.
I mean, I'm 100% biased. I'm always for more D&D, so eh.
Yeah, but it's gonna be slice of life stuff.
Yeah.
That's just me though. I'm 100% biased. If Scales can talk to the mystery octopus Bob, oh.
Yeah.
I tried.
Also, way to go! Like, hey, you guys can trust me, and then behind everyone, you're still trying to do the thing that got you in trouble in the first place.
And I like the fact that we're all saying, you know, we need to give Scale some slack.
Yeah.
She's more
Yeah.
responsible than we give her. Great octopi, speak to me.
Literally, first bit of slack they give you, you immediately start fucking with the octopuses again.
To be fair, she's not fucking with the
No,
octopus.
no,
No, no, no, no, no, no.
Here's
No.
the thing, fair. The last time you tried to call upon an octopus, you summoned Cthulhu god thing, whatever.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you really think
Oh,
going, hey octopus, I call upon you, please come to me, I must talk. Is it gonna be any safer?
she's just looking for stuff that I'm not gonna mention because it's metagamey.
I
She
really
has her
love-
reasons, and let's just leave it as that.
I just love the
Not
fact
about
that-
bacon trust whatsoever.
I just love the just like we need to trust Scales to do the right thing. Immediately summoning Cthulhu again.
Actually, to be fair, you said about the trust event after she asked, and you don't know.
But,
You also don't know why she asked in the
you
first
had the-
place.
But to be fair, you already had the conversation with Stone about
Yeah.
how they need
And
to trust you.
do they? And do I was gonna say, does anyone know why she asked that question? No, so shush.
Here's the thing: intent and effect are two very different things. You can intend for something to happen, just like you intended to just draw on the beach.
Yeah.
And then something else happened.
And no one asked for her intent this time.
I don't think you're getting the point.
I don't
She's
think
probably
any.
not.
I don't think anyone else is getting the point either. It's not about trust.
head empty, no thoughts.
But you said it was about trust.
At
Yeah.
this particular instance, it wasn't about trust though.
Okay, then.
I'm
okay,
not.
I got it.
Is Moose back?
Do you, Carly?
I really actually do.
Moose.
PM me what it is. I want to see if you're right.
Yeah, no, it's not that. It's something else I'm saying. Moose?
Chose now all time to eat chicken.
On D20 chicken nuggets.
Nah, imagine it's just a whole chicken.
Mm.
I used to love doing that. I used to do that all the time in the army. Like I would finish a day at work, go over to the Nex, which is like the big Navy shopping area. They
Mhm.
used to have like the rotisserie chickens,
Nice.
and I would just literally like buy some barbecue sauce and ranch, and I would just have a bottle of each, and I would just buy an entire rotisserie chicken, and I would just go home and eat it.
So, this is a joke that I got off of The Big Bang Theory. I hate it, but I like this joke. It's just the saddest Valentine's meal, eating a rotisserie chicken over the sink,
With the sink, why?
so you don't have to do dishes.
Okay.
Just throw
I-
the.
I know.
Like, I have to interject. I figured it was gonna be something like that, but do you understand why people, every single person was like, you probably shouldn't mess with it. And the first thing you do after asking for trust is you start poking the bear.
That's
Yeah.
kind of what she does.
That's her current mindset. I'm just leaving it as that.
Yeah, I get that. But you do understand why that's, kind of counter to your whole statement of like, yeah, trust me, it's okay.
That's
Every
still her
single
current.
person has asked
That's
you
still her
politely.
current mindset.
Sure.
All I'm saying is the party realizes what you did, they're gonna trust you less.
Yeah, that's your own consequences.
I mean, that's technically your consequences.
That's also true.
That's
I'm
ev-
back.
To be fair, that's everyone's
How's the chicken,
consequences.
No, it's not the kid's consequence
It's
whatsoever.
not chicken.
Chicken flavored something?
Turkey?
No.
Pizza.
Cheese.
I must ask, going forward, is there anything you guys meaningful you guys would like to do for the time that you guys have left for the week to prepare? Frank will be busy for most of the rest of the week.
Mm-hmm.
Making your guys' stuff, because there's, the armor and stuff that she has to make for you guys, and adjustments and all that good stuff. for all your guys' equipment and making ammunition and all that good stuff. Bill will be in and out, so there will be a few opportunities to discuss stuff with him. And you guys have all of your friends, and Mrs. Doubtfrost will be around a few times throughout the week. So is there anything that you guys would like to do, discuss, or anything? You guys have about 5 days left.
For honestly, the most things I could think of is like any way contribute, training, work, drawing, just some way that isn't sitting at home doing nothing.
Okay, well, there's training and stuff like that.
I suppose testing out the firearms, trying to get more used to is the most really, and
Okay.
I can't think
That's
of
the
anything
general
as a
plan
player.
that you guys are going to be doing for the rest of the week anyways.
Yeah,
That's
as
what
a
I'm saying.
player, I
Anything
can't think.
extra beyond that.
Waiting for Crystal's hat.
Extra beyond that for Scales would be trying to remember more stuff.
Okay.
Stone does want to try out firearms herself.
Okay, give me a dex check.
Hey.
You're not doing nearly as well as everyone else is. This weapon that you find yourself trying, I mean, yeah, you can hit the targets, but when you look at like Scales and Kestrel using them, you think that the giant chainsaw weapon and the polearm might be a little bit more effective for you. By like a lot.
Okay.
I mean, you're more than welcome to prepare and even bring one with you, but there's definitely a huge edge on the melee weapons compared to the ranged ones.
It's fine.
One thing Kestrel might want to do is talk to Granite, right? The doctor.
Okay.
And see, like, is there any kind of like first aid stuff he can give us along our journey?
He is going to be preparing, supplies just on any expedition. But most of that he's going to be relegating to the scouts to maintain because 2 of them are trained.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
In that case, like, is there any kind of way we can talk to the scouts beforehand, like, to kind of prepare on that as well?
Talking with Bill, they are basically doing their job.
That's understandable, yeah.
With security how it is, there are not a lot of walls and stuff surrounding home.
Mm-hmm.
So for most of this week, it's the scouts and the guards are having to do like maintain perimeter. They've also have like volunteers of some of the just the citizens that are just assisting, posting watch. Like even some of the later nights that you guys are leaving Frankie's to go back home, you guys will see like a group of 5 or 10 people all bearing lights, just basically wandering the outskirts of town. Basically, the town's coming together to make sure that no more people disappear.
Gotcha.
I was gonna say, Scales will regularly go up to the dock just to make sure her arms all getting better, especially from the beach getting all dirty.
And by the end of the week, your arm is recovered.
Yay!
There's a few areas where the color of your scales haven't really fully come in, but with a little bit more time, you'll be back to normal.
Okay.
There are a couple spots of like small scarring and stuff like that, but nothing major.
Yeah, I was gonna, did he end up making a vaccine for the mushrooms?
What do you mean vaccine?
I don't know if he made like a vaccine. I thought he was making a vaccine or something.
No.
Oh. He should do that.
He's just as flabbergasted about this as before. The only thing that he can do, because you are discussing it with him and he's more than willing to share, is all he can do is prevent it from spreading with the solvent that they use, which you guys are already too familiar with. That really helps remove the necrosis and stuff from the skin, clean it, and help it from spreading further. That's the most he can do.
Gotcha.
At one point, he says that there was a few years ago where he thought he was onto coming up with like a way to prevent it, but it seems like every single time they get introduced to a sample, it seems to mutate and change.
Okay.
Meaning every single time they deal with it, it's different.
Mm-hmm.
Typical common
Kinda
cold
ironic.
Finn.
Yeah.
Was that?
Typical common cold Finn.
Sort of.
Yeah.
He does say, Namiki, you would just know this because you're the one discussing it with him. He says it's really weird because it seems to simulate, what certain plants and funguses do, but it also seems to act as a virus in the same sense. It's almost like a weird combination of a fungus that kind of introduces a mutagen and a virus into the body and causes it to spread and to change. That he's still not sure what is causing this and how or why or anything.
Is there like any, I don't know, old world or memory stuff that kind of simulates that Finn?
Give me an intelligence check.
Probably no idea.
It's hard because he uses a lot of scientific terms. Like, you don't know what a virus is. You don't know what half the terms he's talking about when he's talking about the cellular structure or how, he basically a lot of scientific
Yeah.
nomenclatures that have to deal with biology,
It's
science,
like-
things like that. They're going way above your head. You're just like, cool. You're kind of nodding, and yeah, it's just you're not getting a lot of it.
I
Okay.
imagine he goes like, so cells split, and I go, oh, like a slime. Because if you think about it, cells really are just slimes. They split.
One thing Coastal might want to bring up with the doctor, right?
Okay.
Is say we do find what's causing like the infection, like the original cause, right? Is there like, would they want us to bring back a sample so they could study it, or no?
He's afraid of what this thing is as much as he would love to study it.
Mhm.
The potential threat of what this could turn into, given enough time, and if it continued to evolve and change. His suggestion is to stomp and burn this corruption away.
Understandable. Yeah.
Actually, don't imagine something. I will like speak to the dog and like, it's like, the potion things that you have to cure it. Can you concentrate that in a small vial? And essentially, I'm going to describe like an antidote blow dart type thing. So you can like blow it at people from a distance, so then we don't have to get too close.
Trying to concentrate it can have adverse effects. The solution in the solvent has to be mixed in a certain ratio, or it can actually cause harm to the body.
Okay.
Also, Doc, like, would burning it be safe, like, to completely eradicate it, or like, does it have the threat of it being like in the air?
From his tests, no.
Okay. So burning it is okay.
But he does suggest, though, and this is just the nature of certain funguses and other plants,
Mhm.
you might not want to be really close when you start the initial burn, because certain plants and stuff have, when disturbed, will have natural reactions. He explains like how sometimes spores and stuff can be released.
Mhm.
So he suggests that if you're going to be messing with this stuff at all, do it from any type of engagement, whether it be with the greenskins containing the necrosis and fungi and stuff, or whether it's the source itself. Everything should be handled from a distance and with a lot of caution.
Mhm.
And he does give a little explanation of why a lot of cells and stuff like that can't survive above certain temperatures, because he basically starts going into a long, drawn-out explanation of science behind burning cells and living biology, but again, a lot of the stuff is just way above your guys' head.
Gotcha.
Real life, you would probably all get it, but
Okay.
D&D logic.
Mhm.
I mean, yeah.
Out of curiosity, does that general store have bookstore like books and stuff in regards to history of snake people?
No.
Okay.
Do they have?
I mean, you can
books?
you can ask around for a bookstore.
There are, remember, there are no stores. A lot of books that you guys have seen, seem to be kind of community based. Just like
Yeah, so is there like a
just like
library?
the TV and not so much. It's just, I mean, you guys could ask Bill.
Yeah.
And Bill will just say, just you know, if you guys need something, just let him know.
Yeah.
Try to get it.
Yeah, I'll ask Bill if he's got like, or if he knows someone that has like a history of snake people. Like, old history of snake people.
Ketchel also asked if there's anything like about the history of home, like home history, I guess.
Sure. Most of what you guys find out is basically what you guys have already been told.
Gotcha.
A long time ago, the people were divided. Then the sage came back and taught them the ways of the world, science, things like that, and brought the communities back together. The only people who abstained from the coming back together were the greenskins. And with the Yonti and Serpent people, I mean, nothing more than you already didn't hear from, you know, Grinch and
So nothing what I would have, as a player, would typically associate Yanti with, you know, head kicking.
Yonti, the
Yeah.
actual people of Yonti.
Yeah.
The race with its religious beliefs, everything. None of that exists.
Okay. So
Okay?
no
They
severed.
were just people that look serpentine. That's it. Even the name Yonti does not come up in the history.
Okay. Makes me question more about the severed head game.
What do you mean?
Well,
Soccer game.
I just find it funny that, like, you know, even if, like, with the memory of the, you know, severed head game, like, how are these people connected with these people when these people did that to that people? Long. I don't know, that's what I was wondering.
I mean, it depends on what you guys choose to believe. You guys have information that these might be clones of you, or you're clones of them, or I don't know.
That was the
If you're
type of
looking
book I was
at the
looking for.
answer of, like, the truth behind it, I'm not gonna tell you that.
No, I was looking for, like, the political book of associating the differences in cultures.
No, I
Okay.
mean the serpent people of the Isles were kind of one of the more rougher people during the separation. Not nearly as violent as the Greenskin tribes, but they were one of the first ones to give in to, like, coming back together.
Okay.
The best I could say is the Serpentine people, because they started mixing quite a while ago. The best way I could give an example to their beliefs and stuff like that is kind of Egyptian.
Okay.
You know, not the same names and stuff like that, but it was a similar style. They believed in, you know, multitudes of gods.
Egyptian-esque.
Kind of, yeah. You know, that there was a certain relationship between the rulership and their gods. A lot of beliefs that they had. The whole same type of priesthood structure being elevated above everyone else, similar, which does kind of slightly remind you a little bit of Yonti culture, but very vaguely, just very loosely.
Okay.
Imagine someone who took the Yonti beliefs and structure and ripped out all the gods.
Yeah.
And then replaced it with new gods. Kind of like that. And you guys find out that a lot of the groups around here, that's kind of how it was. They were basically a group of people with no idea what the hell was going on, so, like, some religions, they made it up. And just basing off of what you guys have studied, almost every single group before they came back together had come up with their own pantheon or religious belief. Anything else?
Stone will go to the bar that she vandalized accidentally.
Okay.
Which is still just the eatery. It's the one place to eat that's not home.
Basically, yeah.
There you go there.
You arrive.
I go inside. How's the door?
It's fixed.
I handle it gently.
Okay. You're inside the eatery.
I do go up to the front.
Okay.
I
As
just
soon as you arrive there, the lady working behind the counter, pull it up. Zana, who introduces you, which is the lady who was working the night that you had your freak out. She kind of, as you come in, she kind of smiles and she's like, "Oh, but please don't worry, we've made sure to get rid of all the spiders." And she's giving you kind of that like kind of sly, cheeky look.
You're too kind. Could I? And the thing I pretty much ordered was last time was, I think jalapeno poppers and what was it? What was the other thing? Chicken, I think.
Chicken nuggets.
Yeah. He's gonna order that again. And this time he's gonna actually fully finish her food.
You do so, and it is delicious. They also have a new dipping sauce for you to try. It's called Siesta.
I thought they were gonna say spiders.
No, it's just called Siesta. It's
Siesta? Like what?
Siesta.
But like, she thinks about while she just dips it. Wow.
It's basically like a slightly tomatoey and cheesy kind of dipping sauce with kind of like chopped up peppers, onions, and stuff like that. It's a weird, not so much like a salsa and queso. A little bit more tomato based, a little bit less pepper based than that. It's not bad. Goes well with the nuggets. A little bit less with poppers.
I'm glad I came back. No, just like keeps like scarfing him down. Thank you for being so understanding.
Thank you for not breaking our stuff this time.
I didn't mean to.
No.
Just spiders. She gets embarrassed about it again, like, and she just slowly eats a nugget.
Freaks out and runs again, breaks the door. Roll for spider. No.
Chicken nuggets now with 100% less spiders.
I didn't say
That's-
100%.
That Smart looks like the spider.
It's just like the Hot Pockets to say now with real cheese. What was it before?
That's heavy, man. I was prepared to get philosophical.
Philosophical.
I miss Hot Pockets. I wish we had them.
Hot Pockets are good. They're so full of carbs.
You say that until you actually have a sustainable diet on Hot Pockets. Ooh, that's not good.
You need it as a treat, not a every time.
I don't know, I ate a lot when I was over here.
No, I mean every meal, no.
I ate a lot
Every meal
though.
will get tiring though, yeah.
Oh no, it's not a matter of tiring because trust me, as someone who's done it, there's enough flavors to keep it fresh. The problem is your body is not designed to eat nothing but Hot Pockets for like weeks on end.
I have all the vitamins and minerals you need.
Packed full with all the nutrients.
What about you, Ryan? You doing anything?
I generally can't think of anything that Auntie might want to do. Like, I mean, other than Frankie, joke, but go and have an actual conversation eventually. But that's about as far as I could think. But Frankie's busy with all the tinkering and stuff, so I also don't want to be a bother.
But frankly, she's busy.
But yes, but frankly, she's busy.
She is making a suit for all of you guys, so that is going to require a little bit of work.
I guess I'll probably go to the bar every now and then. That's pretty much about it.
Okay.
Yeah, Auntie probably do the same.
Okay.
Skills will probably like speed with the kids sometimes. I don't know about what, just random crap.
Yeah, I mean, he's been just kind of staying at home. Every once in a while, he gets like one of the day on the next day when you guys go back to training and stuff like that. Miss Doubtfrost tries to take him to the education center, where basically a few volunteers basically help educate kids. It's that time of the year that they're doing it. But he does only last the day because turns out the kid knows more than most of the kids there. The education of quote unquote mother kind of prepared him for a lot of stuff.
I feel like that's a metaphor for kids that are above their normal education.
The kid probably glows about. I was trapped on an island once.
You do hear that he, because of who and what he is, it does cause a little disruption in the class, so they feel like it might not be a good idea for him to continue.
He's a homeschool kind of kid.
Yeah, kind of.
He'll be reading algebraic equations soon enough.
I'm sure that maybe if Auntie isn't at the bar, she might be teaching the kids some stuff. Auntie's pretty decent with intelligence.
I do invite Scales out for a drink.
Before this goes any further, what are you trying to teach the kid?
So he is probably too advanced for like the school he was in, right? The
Yes,
classes
and
he was
also
in.
causing disruption because of who and what he is.
So I would try to kind of like work on things that are a bit more advanced. So if the class was doing addition, I'd be trying to do multiplication. If they're doing multiplication, I'll be trying to teach them algebra, that kind of thing. What
Do you know algebra as a D&D character?
would a 16 someone know algebra?
Think about it this way: do they teach algebra in D&D?
Sure.
Yeah.
If you were a wizard, maybe. No. Math only goes so far in D&D. Just because there's not a lot of point to it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You're probably wondering why they have letters in the math.
And to be honest, the kid does know a few things when it comes to math and science that actually honestly surprises you.
Huh. Smart kid. Just you see Auntie taking notes on the things he's saying.
Suddenly the roles reverse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
mean,
what you're saying is-
you can tell him all about Arcana stuff if you want, but he's a little. I mean, he gets the basics of Arcana, but you try to go into like more advanced stuff, and he does explain to you he's never seen it, so it's hard for him to imagine it.
Sure. Trying to think of any skills that would carry through and still be useful.
Okay, you spend a whole day trying to teach him how to pick up girls and guys.
Try to be respectful to women and men.
He's enthralled in this class. He doesn't quite understand why these things are useful, but he's a very good student and he pays attention. And then you guys all have to wonder why, like, you guys come in at dinner time when you guys are done training, and the kid is starting to recite pickup lines like he was, trying to memorize like algebraic equations.
Now, did he start brushing his hair and that kind of stuff too? Is like just trying to.
No, he just, like one day, like you guys come in and he walks up to Scales and he's like, "Did it hurt?"
No.
Oh, you're supposed to ask, "Did what hurt?" And then he looks down. He walks.
I just gotta look and be like, what did I do?
Auntie, you see this happen.
You did a good job, Lupa. It's fine. Just rubbing his head is like you'll get there.
Okay, I'll try a different one another time.
Did I do something wrong? And I just look over to everyone else like,
Kessel just kind of shrugs because he has no idea.
Stone's like, I don't know.
Just to let you guys know, I have to write all these notes. It's like a list of every conversation you guys have, every little bit that you guys teach him. This kid is gonna be great.
So the funny thing is, I just love that like dynamic. Like like fucking Auntie teaching him pickup lines, and he tries them out on scales every night. She ends up more and more confused each night.
Oh, he doesn't
beautiful.
just try them on scales either. He tries them on all of you guys.
Now it got weird.
Yeah. Again, he's a little kid learning something. He doesn't really quite understand why he's learning or what the use is. But Auntie seems like a very excitable person when she's talking about this, or he's talking about this. So, you know,
In at the end of the day, as long as he's respectful, that's what matters.
I was gonna say I did hear
sure, one evening you come in and he's like, "Is that a mirror in your pocket?"
No.
Oh, not that one. Not that one. Okay.
I actually don't get that one.
Do you have a mirror in your pocket?
No.
Because I see myself in your pants.
God. And people were concerned
Stop
about
now.
Scales giving the kid vodka. Yeah.
Yeah, I got started at 9 years old. He's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else?
Yeah. Speaking of which, I did hear Stone say before they even find Scales out for a drink.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would happily take that.
Yay. This is probably one of the days where Auntie's teaching the kid.
After hearing those pickup lines, I'm sure he both deserve a drink.
Yeah.
Just be like, all right, now, kid. This one's about a mirror in the pocket, but you only say this when you're an adult.
Okay.
Why are you teaching to the math?
Should Auntie be teaching the kids these lines?
Hey, Stone.
Good.
Stone.
Slowly turns around.
How much does a polar bear weigh? Enough to break the ice.
Oh
All
my.
right, that's a good
Wait.
one.
Yeah, it is.
No, it ain't.
Stone's like pondering this in like, deep thought, like, what? It's like, is that true? Walks away with like a hand on her chin, like,
Giving the kid a high five for that one.
That poor ice.
Yeah, by the end of the week, Auntie, he does actually make up a few on his own, too. Whatever you
So proud.
created, we'll
I'm
see.
so
but-
proud.
Oh God. You're creating a monster.
I'm creating a gentleman. I think.
I don't know, I see the
There's a
kid
couple
being
that-
slapped in the face like a few
Yeah, there's
times.
a couple that you realize after the fact, like, maybe I shouldn't have taught him that one, but I told him not to use it until he's an adult. That'll be fine.
That's literally my thought process.
Kid's a good listener. He won't do it.
So, at what point does a kid realize that all the one-liners that she's teaching him are only if you're an adult?
The ice one was okay.
He only knows the ones, Auntie stops him on. That's it.
Yeah. Oh God.
Okay, anyone else want to do anything meaningful? Anyone else gonna educate the kid on something?
I mean, everyone's complaining, but my father did the same thing with me.
Fair. Actually, one thing Kester will try to do.
I mean, I hate to say it, most of those pickup lines that I listed were ones I learned when I was like 6.
Mhm.
So,
On track.
yeah.
Just be happy I didn't teach him other things my father told me, because taking apart the gun and re-putting it back together.
Like I don't know if you guys know this, but my dad basically was the one who invented dad jokes. I'm pretty damn sure. He could not enter a room without exposing his finger and going bullet.
I felt this is the type of thing that, like, normally if I hear these sorts of stuff, I just sigh. I just sigh and walk away.
I think scales would be more
Or-
confusion.
Or you try to marry the person who says it, because that's exactly what happened.
Ooh.
Dun, dun, dun. Confused about the kids spitting out the one-liners.
But one thing Kester would want to do is actually learn how to cook.
Ooh.
Who are you going to do this with?
He's gonna ask Miss Doubtfrost to teach him a couple things.
She is more than welcome, or more than happy to. I want an intelligence check and a dex check.
Shall do. Second.
Do better than me.
Give me a second so I can pull up a sheet.
Yeah, no worries. Let me know when you're ready.
Okay, yeah, roll yours.
Okay. And Dex. Ooh, nice.
Let's see how well she can educate you. Yeah, check bonuses. Oh. Okay, yeah. Yeah, by the end of the week, you actually prepare a meal for them without her help. It is a full course meal. It is pretty goddamn good. He makes, there's a day where Kestrel was kind of staying home for a lot of it, and he's kind of being a little secretive. But you guys get home, it's dinner time. He has like a full lasagna with sides. It's actually really good.
Amazing. Also,
Lasagna?
logging this.
It's lasagna, actually. Yeah, that's the
Lasagna.
traditional pronunciation of it.
Also,
think.
should I be worried that he's cooking Italian and in a suit and with the fedora? Just some
I don't have the fedora yet, as I recall.
Actually, by the end of the week, you would have had it.
Yay!
But she would have taught you that unless it's a cap to keep your hair back, you're not supposed to wear hats and stuff while cooking.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. He put his hat away during cooking.
He's
I
cooking
imagine if
pizza.
anything. No, he's not cooking the suit. I imagine he probably has like an apron on.
I'm imagining,
She is a best apron.
I'm imagining the scene from Godfather where the chef is cooking while talking to the mobsters.
Probably.
I just watched the Godfather 2 days ago, so that's why.
Gotcha.
I think it's not that great of a movie.
It's really not. I mean,
It's a great movie.
I mean,
It's
it's
a-
okay, but there are way better mafia movies out there.
I enjoyed it for what it was.
It's a classic.
Yes.
Classic doesn't mean it's good.
No,
That's fair.
classic means peer pressured into being good by the.
Basically, because there was no other fucking choice.
Yeah.
that was it.
It's more so a progenitor to the other newer, better ones.
It's not even the progenitor. I can name a few movies that spawned that one and the rest of them. Anyways,
Yeah.
sorry, I took a film as lit class in high school.
Of course.
Yeah, I just don't care enough to defend it.
So cooking, that was probably the main thing I would be doing as well.
You're still gonna have to practice it, but you got this dish down.
Nice.
You still gotta work on a few things like baked goods and stuff like that, but
I think he would focus more on cooking than baking, personally.
Okay, then yeah, she has a few ideas to teach you, and yeah, if you're willing, and once you're back from your trip, she's more than happy to teach you some more.
Cool.
I'm pretty sure Auntie was doing some type of baking. You know, getting baked. It's a
Mhm.
cheaply joke.
Okay. Anything else?
You're out on the back porch just baking. Anyone else?
I think I scares are just I talk to the kid a few times, like after hours type thing. You know, like you got like the two kids up in the attic just talking in the middle of the night when all the parents are asleep type thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
What would you like to discuss with them about?
It's like, I'm trying to think of a conversation topic now.
Just drag him up to the room and stare at him for hours.
Yeah. I think it's like talking about how like the training went, how he found school. Like if she hears about what Auntie's teaching him, just be like, no, don't listen to Auntie, and just be like, it's like, and ask him like if like he believes what she says.
Because
Yeah.
there's some interaction that I need to deal with.
Yeah.
First off,
correct.
when at the beginning of the week when he discusses with you when he went to the class for the couple days,
Mhm.
he didn't like it because everyone was just bugging him the whole time. He was trying to like learn and figure stuff out, and all the kids had just a billion and one questions. And he felt bad because there's a lot of stuff that you guys don't know. With the information that he's heard from you guys and Bill and Doc, that there's a lot of holes that need to be filled, and a lot of it's guesswork, and you guys are making assumptions on information that you guys found, recovered, things like that. So he says that it was just a little bit weird to have to deal with all the questions and not having answers.
Yeah. I don't know. Got like all the questions and none of the answers.
Yeah, it sucks. I wish I had more.
Hmm.
And then I told them about Mother, and none of them believed me, and it's just some of them thought I was weird.
Hmm. You believe me in what I saw, hey?
I mean, why wouldn't I? I don't think you should mess with it anymore, though. That sounds scary.
Hmm. I believe you with your mother. I'm sure she was a nice person.
Was she a person?
Shrugs.
Okay, and what was the one after the school?
If like she finds out, I suppose it'll be if she finds out what Auntie's teaching him, just be like, yeah, no, just don't listen to Auntie.
Well, what should I do when she gives me another class?
Oh, you can listen to Auntie, but just be careful. You don't want to be saying those sorts of things to just anyone. Say it to someone you care about lots.
Oh, so I should just say I'm all to you.
Immediately blushes. You're like, someone who gives you the fuzzies inside.
He like kind of looks towards his stomach a little bit.
And like gets like, if he points to his stomach, or just like point to his heart.
He just kind of looks like at his insides, like fuzzy inside. Like he's contemplating the concept of fuzzy inside and
Yeah.
like trying to put the pieces together.
It's something you learn when you're older.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll
You guys
know.
wonder why he keeps telling all of you guys these lines? This is why this conversation right here.
I care, but Auntie
I
says
care
to
about
tell.
all of you.
Yeah. See, I thought it would get like even weirder when he's like, "But you make me feel funny inside." Scales. It's like, oh, okay, that's.
Well, he doesn't quite understand what that means. So.
Yeah, I know.
Kids perception. I love everyone.
Yeah. By the way, once you're done, there's something I do want to ask a kid. By the way.
Okay.
Okay.
This is just stuff I talk about now. That's pretty much everything, and like just tell him about like how the trainings and essentially daily report of what's happened each day type thing.
He is completely enthralled with it. Even
Yeah.
when we do, like the daily checkup, like, oh, we just did this and then, but he does seem a little jealous that he doesn't get to go with you guys. Because Bill said that told him apparently that this expedition could take a few weeks. Because it's jungle and you guys will probably have to go through a lot on foot. And he just doesn't want to miss you guys. He wants to always be around you guys. The moment he woke up, you guys were there, and he doesn't want that to go away.
It could be dangerous, and before you wasn't going because you was going to school and stuff. You're not going to school no more, so maybe if you show like, you could handle yourself and whatnot and do super well with like if you join in weapon training. I'm sure like
Bill
Frankie.
says kids shouldn't do the jobs of adults.
Well, to be fair, you pretty much saved our lives on the island. You did a pretty good job with adulting. I mean, you built a furnace. None of us knew how to build a furnace. You did that.
And then it blew up.
You still built a furnace, though. You got a few bricks in there. No. I'm sure if you could, like, show Boo just, like, how tough you were and how smart you were and, show how well you can, like, defend yourself should you need to.
Well, Bill told me I already have a job.
Oh? What's that?
I'm supposed to make sure everything's safe when you guys get back, so, then you guys don't have to worry, and you guys can come back and it'll be safe and you'll be able to rest and recover.
That is a good job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Said it was important, so I'll do it.
That is very important. We need a home to come back to.
Yeah, I'll make sure it's here.
Hmm. And if Peepers comes back, then Peepers won't be alone. Yeah, I'll entrust you with my peeper ball, and I'll give him my peeper ball.
Okay, he brings it in and he sets it in his room, like next to his ball.
Yeah.
Okay. Kestrel, you said you wanted to have a conversation with the kid.
Yeah. So kid,
Yeah.
I'm curious because we had asked you this before, but it's been a while since then. Have you settled on a name for yourself yet?
I don't know. I was reading a thing where they had like names and stuff. And,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I was thinking about using the D, but I don't know.
Well, give it some thought. Like, you know, with me, like, you know, I like this. Yeah, this. Whoever's looking at birds, right? I really like the name Kestrel for a bird, so I was like, oh, I'll just make that my name. You know?
That's funny. You're named after a bird.
Yeah. He chuckles. But yeah, you know, I would think about what defines you. And he points to the kid. You know, what would you want you to be called?
Like it's something I am.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. So give me some thought. You know, and if you ever pick a name, let us know.
I will.
Thanks. And he kind of ruffles his head and he goes about his business.
Okay, with that, you guys do notice that for the rest of the week, the kid seems to be reading a little bit more.
Can't believe he's cutting classes to read. What is this? Actual education?
You're supposed to be learning all these one-liners, goddammit! It's okay, Auntie. I'm reading a book that's called Etchy.
No!
No.
Where did you get that? No.
It was in your room, Auntie.
I just
Found
feel
stuck under your mattress.
it just
Yeah,
finds
should
like
say
a
that.
bunch of like hentai picture books just underneath his bed, thinking they're normal picture books. No. No.
Found that one portrait pamphlet or sketchbook of Auntie's.
Oh
It's
dear.
100 pages of Frank.
Bunch of different poses and flex. Hell no. He's gonna grow up with some weird interests.
Scaly, muscular, tattooed, white-haired, frumpy people.
There's one out there for him when he's older. Just that one individual that meets all of the requisites.
Who will also listen to his one-liners. Got it. Man, you guys are gonna break this kid.
Nah, he's just being set up for failure like the rest.
Anyone else want to talk with the kid? Because apparently everyone seems to want to have a conversation with him. Stone, you want to have a conversation with the kid?
I'm good. I don't want to give him stone lessons in stone. None of that.
But how will you remember things if it's not etched in stone?
You mean etchy and stone?
No, that would be your other book, not the Frank book.
How do you keep finding these?
I hide it in a new place every time.
I feel like you need a safe.
I was walking around your room and one of the floorboards just bent open and it was right there.
Wait, why are you walking this room?
I get bored.
That's adorable.
Oh god. That was beautiful, damn. You gotta get this kid a hobby.
You know we haven't done a highlight video.
Kids require a lot of attention or they just get bored super easily, so...
I don't know if we've done a highlight video in ages, but that needs to be one.
Yeah.
Okay, anyone else?
No lessons in stone for the kid.
You guys bond over a few movies. He still really wants to be a hero. He loves the hero movies.
I'll tell him different if I remember any stories from the past of like legends of folk heroes and stuff like that.
Okay, you do so.
So you're kind of like telling him bedtime stories, kind of.
Essentially, because if he's interested in hero, I'll play up to it and tell him like different folk heroes from our time.
You know what? Go ahead and give me a charisma check.
Sure. 12.
Okay. You tell him about one of the greatest heroes you know of. This very brawny, blonde, elven gentleman that you know of tons of tales from out. His name was Fabios, and he was super famous. That in most of the stories and the books that you read, he was on the cover just riding a white horse with a woman in his arms with a big flowing dress. He's just carrying them, and it looks like the wind's blowing. Yeah. So you tell him all those tales.
Hopefully, skipping the inappropriate parts.
You kind of do. You catch yourself every once in a while, and then he took her upon the bed, and they had a nice breakfast. Okay, so
Oh, so the same way Dad read stories to me. Got it. Perfect.
Honestly,
Breakfast in bed.
on a side note completely, is that the same book that we kept reading about?
different.
Okay, it just sounded similar.
Tough love.
Yeah, I would say that was tough love.
Same idea. Different.
No, not that book. It wasn't that book. It was a book that her father had.
Oh, that was a different one.
I just wondered.
See, that's the thing. All these types of books, they all are basically the same thing.
Basically.
So when does the kid ask Scales if he wants to have breakfast in bed?
Oh, damn.
I mean, Scales will happily have breakfast in bed.
I've already made
And-
a note about it.
She's just expecting actual proper breakfast in bed, not your dirty minds.
Yeah.
I didn't say that. I just asked specifically breakfast
It's
in
gonna
bed.
become a habit of theirs. They're just gonna start having breakfast in bed.
He literally just goes to the bedroom and just brings like a giant burrito, just like I brought breakfast here.
Yeah.
Like for both. They sit in bed and they eat breakfast.
Yeah.
This is how you want ants. This is how we get ants.
Okay. Nothing else.
What do you do with that sandwich?
World
The
may never
biggest
know.
question.
It's like, oh, I forgot my sandwich. Well, just eats it. Oh.
I mean, you never saw it again, so you breakfast sandwich and ate it, or he threw it away. Well, the world may never know.
I just imagine he absorbed it through us.
The sandwich went to the void.
He accidentally sat on that one night.
Yeah, he probably rolled over.
We need to
Yeah.
just get him a stuffed animal that's in the shape of a sandwich.
Why he would eat it?
Yeah, I would say.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You would think it's just a big sandwich.
It's not really tough. Anything else?
Well, other than needing to commission a stuffed animal, no.
Okay, so with that, we are going to call it there, as you guys finish a day preparing mentally, just knowing that the timeline is moving ever so closer. You guys do arrive at home after, a day of training. Kid's sitting waiting for you guys, and he has a note. He tells you, Bill stopped by. He has this. He wanted me to give this to you guys.
What is it? He opens a note.
It is a note that is just simply says that in it says, hey guys, I'll be by tomorrow morning.
Mhm.
I think it's about time that we headed out, or well, you guys head out, and this is actually how it's written.
Okay.
But and then there's like a few parts scribbled out. You can't really
Mhm.
read it. I'll be by in the morning. I'm sorry. I told Josephine and all them to arrive as well, so I apologize in advance.
He ellipses and then just scratched out Josephine.
Now that one's clear, but there's a few dots around it, like he paused on the page and was tapping the pen on it. And that he hopes that everyone's ready for this, and
Okay.
just kind of ends like that.
I was just kind of like, it's nice to see that the act of writing has survived. Not so much about calligraphy.
Well, I want to make us a nice, dinner. Everyone get washed up as he prepares dinner. As he's but there's one question though, Damon. I'll have to ask before we sign off.
Okay.
Has the kids decided on a name yet?
No, he's not.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
the DM has to figure that out.
I mean, come on. Let's be honest. We know what you're gonna name the kid.
I know, but now I have to go away of how it becomes that.
I know.
Wink, wink. Yeah, I'm gonna fuck with you guys, and it's gonna be like Charlie.
No, it's gonna be
I
Dennis.
welcome it.
See, the funny thing is, I imagine that would happen if I said D names are dumb to the kid. He was like, "Aw."
I see you more as Harold.
So give me an intelligence and a dex check.
Shall I do for the cooking?
Yep, to see how good of a meal your guys' last meal is.
That's one both times.
Let's see.
That's assuring, David.
18 and 11.
It's not the prettiest, but it's tasty.
Yay.
One's presentation, one's taste.
Enjoy your last meal, guys.
Well, as you guys finished your meal, a little nervous about what may be coming ahead. We're gonna end it there.
Bye.
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 So we will be back Tuesday with regular doggos.
Uh-huh.
Dragon babies.
Yep, and we get to see how that goes. And yeah.
Everyone roll new characters.